It is now time for another installment of Nerd vs. Noob. Let us welcome tonight's contestants, Anthony Assaf and our resident nerd, Marc Rowland, to the show. They are coming in hot. And here they are. Anthony, welcome. This is your first appearance on twitch.tv/@home with James. Good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you as well. It's my first appearance also inside. All my other appearances have been outside. So, well, this is an exciting occasion. Marc,
a little less exciting for you, but you might be able to turn the tide. This is your fourth appearance. You have yet to win one. Now, I cannot stress that enough. You have yet to win one edition of Nerd vs. Noob. How are you feeling going in tonight? What is your strategy?
Well, you're right, James. I haven't won once. This is the fourth time, and you know, I think I've been trying too hard. I've been going back to my nerd roots. I've been doing a lot of research, but I'm trying to win using gimmicks. I really feel I'm just gonna relax. I'm not gonna worry about any of the material that comes up or the judge's critique. I'm just gonna do what I think I should do in the moment.
Well, there you go. Now, this is the Marc that I know. Anthony, how do you feel coming into tonight's edition of Nerd vs. Noob?
I feel good. I don't know if I would be qualified as a noob. Most people would look at me or when they know me would call me a nerd.
Yeah, I was gonna say, James, you kind of
dropped the ball on me being here.
I guess that I just gave Anthony too much credit, and guess
I'm not credit.
I'm not. Yeah, well, whichever one it is.
Yeah, whichever one it is.
Look, I'm pissed off now. Let's get into it. You got a real angry, ornery game master.
Back to insulting you after the nice moments with Monica.
Yeah. That's what's going on. Maybe at the end of this, we're going to bring Monica back. In fact, that's what we're going to do. Once I'm done with you two dorks, and I talk to Thomas Barnwell, me and Monica, we're going to get back to it. Okay. Anyways, let's begin. This is the fourth edition of Nerd vs. Noob. Yes. And according to the chat, I'm back down to a 4 on 10 happy. So as we have come to know and love, every week I give you 3 different genres. I give you 3 different quests. It is your job to complete the quest. Let us begin. Anthony, we are going to get started with you. This genre is fantasy, and it goes as follows. Anthony, a dark curse has seemingly befallen onto a small town named Oakenwood. In the middle of the night, some villages transform into mindless ghouls, eat the livestock, ravage the grain house, and devour their neighbors. The only lead you have is a strange effigy that was left in the town square and footprints that lead into the woods. You must find out who is responsible for this wicked curse and put an end to it once and for all. The townspeople are counting on you. How do you proceed, adventurer?
Oh boy. Well, so I have I found a little effigy, if I understand properly. I'm going to just follow the footsteps. That seems like a good hint. I mean, they're there. Might as well.
So your answer is just follow the footsteps.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so that is the quickest answer in Nerd vs. Noob history. Marc, let us now move on to you.
That was an amazing answer. That was great.
I mean,
maybe you could learn a thing or two.
I told you, James, I'm just going to do it my way.
Well, let us continue. Once again, the genre that we are working with right now is fantasy. Marc, you have ventured deep into ancient dwarven mines. You have battled trogs, jumped enormous gorges, and solved mind-bending magic puzzles. You now come face to face with the reason why you have dug so deep into the earth. You stand before... Oh, God. You stand before an enormous ass, Enzor, the elder god. His giant cheeks rumble as he speaks. He has awoken from a long slumber and now threatens to plunge the world into hellfire. Enzor is all-consuming. How will you defeat this giant ass and save humanity?
Okay. So James, in the past, in the last episode, I tried to steer clear of whatever was going on. I'm just going to go for it the way I think it should be done. I've been traveling through the cave. I fought trogs. As I defeated the trogs, I found within their ranks an elder sign. This is the sign of the elder gods, those who would oppose the great ones. So, holding that elder sign in my hand, I pry open the cheeks of the immense ass of Enzor, the immense ass, and just sort of stuff a foot in and a hand just to get as wide open as possible. Throw that elder sign in as deep as it will go, realizing, however, it's not deep enough. I have to plunge whole body into Enzor, just shoving that thing as deep as it will go until finally it finds purchase and brings the power of the elder gods deep within his body.
Okay, so both of those answers vastly different. One incredibly underexplained, the other incredibly over-explained.
I feel incredibly embarrassed right now because I just understood the point of the game.
But you have 2 more rounds to recover.
There we go.
This is why it's Nerd versus Noob, Anthony.
Hold on. Who said that I lost the first round, though?
No one.
I might have won.
In fairness, your response got a lot of audible reaction.
Well, there we go.
Whereas Mark's response was met with
silence.
Was met with silence. Let us move on to our next genre. Anthony, we are now moving to sci-fi. Let us begin.
Okay.
The null void where ships and dreams go to die. This sector is completely off limits to civilians, but you managed to bypass the Republic's codex wall and gained access. Your ship slowly glides through space. You slowly pass old, derelict ship wreckage, investigating each one with care. That is, until you find it. The SS Terror, an old warship, now a wreck and a shadow of its former self. You hop on board this eerie ship and discover that you are not alone. An alien is stalking you, hunting you. The darkness is its ally. Armed with a pulse sword and a Ganon gun, you mean to kill this monster and proceed with your mission. You need to outsmart this creature, but how will you do it?
Okay, so using the footstep tracer I have, I trace the footsteps and follow them.
Okay, so we're gonna pause things there.
Yeah, I'd say
Okay, very concise, very concise. Mark, are you ready for your sci-fi quest?
Yeah. I'm not just gonna go with short and footsteps. I'm not gonna follow suit.
Okay. Let's see how you are able to counter Anthony's concise, clean responses.
Yeah.
You are Space Captain Spax Mandrill, legendary fighter, charmer, and with the help of your intrepid crew, you pilot the fastest and most dangerous ship in the galaxy. One night, you hear a scream coming from the ship's laboratory. You rush over and see that Dr. Wu's love boat has gone haywire. It has seized a laser pistol and now threatens to zap the good doctor. You know the only language of this metal bang bot can speak is the language of love. If you can outplay this droid its own game, then you know how to shut it down for good. The crew looks to you for answers. How do you proceed, Captain?
Okay, this is the love bot, right? Not love boat?
Exactly, yes, this is correct. So once again, I'll repeat. You know the only language this metal bang bot can speak is the language of love.
Okay. I see the bot going crazy, and I turn my back and I look at my loyal crew, Ones who have been with me for every single mission. They've fought against the crystalline entity. They've been to the center of the galaxy and met God with me. We've solved all sorts of genetic diseases and viruses across solar systems. I've had relationships, arguments, fights. We've swapped minds. We've been trapped in caves together, in cave-ins. We've been to weddings. With so many incredible experiences together. I encourage all of them to hold hands with me, and we all strip down naked, surround the love bot, and we start gyrating, knowing it's one interest, it's one thing that it wants, which is our bodies, our flesh. We give it what it wants, but only just enough to distract it, until finally I rip open its asshole and I shove my whole body inside and I just blow it up.
Okay. Yeah. So again, we've had two very different styles of answers. Before we burst in to our final round, Anthony, how do you feel about Marc's responses this evening on Nerd vs. Noob?
I mean, a lot of description, not enough action. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of describing the world around you, which is fair. It's a fair strategy to win this game. I mean, a lot of what people like about genres is the fact that there's a lot of details and a lot of world building and stuff like that, but not enough like very concise action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
May I just ask one question before we keep going? Who judges this?
Just me.
Oh, okay. All right. So I have a pretty good chance of winning that.
All right. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I'm not getting ahead. I'm not playing the arrogant game or anything.
Okay.
I'm just saying,
Look, I like confidence when people come on this show, especially in this segment. Marc, same question. What do you think about Anthony's answers tonight?
I like him. And honestly, Anthony, your criticism is fair. In fact, I agree with you because, honestly, every time I come on the show, I'm just trying to impress you, James. I'm just trying to get your favor, and I want you to like what I do.
Well, let's see how much we like our final round. So,
all right,
each and every week, our overruling game master gives us a surprise genre. Tonight's genre is Western. So we will continue on. Anthony, are you ready for the final scenario?
I was born ready.
Once again, this is Western. Let us begin. You are a famous gambler by the name of Wayne Aces. You find yourself in a cellar locked into a tense game of Texas Hold'em. Your opponent across the table reads his hand with great satisfaction. He raises you and then calls you a yellow-livered, scared pile of mud water. You take exception to the name calling. You look at your hand and it's absolute horse shit. Your opponent smells your defeat and you decide to sweeten the pot. And he decides to sweeten the pot. He throws in a map that he says will lead to the untold riches. Now he's looking to you to either sweeten the pot and call, I want to repeat this. Now he's looking to you to either sweeten the pot and call him or walk away with your tail between your legs. You got to make a choice now. Fold and accept defeat or find a way to defeat this no good bastard. What do you do, partner?
All right, so I'm sitting at the table. I have these cards in my hand. I'm like you said, it's horseshit. I know I'm not gonna win. So I tell him I have to go to the washroom. I mean, there's this unwritten rule in the Western world where if someone has to go to the washroom, you stop the game, you pause the game for a few minutes. So I don't actually have to go to the washroom, but it's my ruse. So I put down the cards, or I take the cards with me so that he doesn't look at my cards. And I go outside, and I look at him, and I wait. And I wait until he gets bored, and he gets up. He goes outside and he gets on his horse with his map, and I follow the footsteps in the sand.
Okay, so
I just follow him.
yeah, there's a commonality in all of your answers tonight, which I like. Thematically, they're on brand. This was your most out of the 3 descriptive responses. Mark, are you ready for your final scenario?
I'm ready.
Now, I know that you're trying to impress me, which is name of the game, but I want you to just relax. Which looks difficult with your head in between those giant headphones. Let us begin.
Yes,
Western.
like a vice.
Yes. Mark, you are a famous bounty hunting lawman by the name of Chrissy Colt. If they didn't know your name before, well, they sure as hell do now. Why? Because you just sacked the dirtiest, no good son of a bitch outlaw in this here county. You cashed in the bounty and decided to enjoy yourself by spending the night wetting your whistle and letting your trousers hang low. You wake up the next morning feeling awful, and to make matters worse, you have a hell of an itch on your pecker. You now have numerous STDs. You don't have long before it spreads and kills you. How do you proceed, partner?
That's it. That's it.
Would you like me to read it again?
No, I have STDs. That's it. That's my scenario.
Can I ask you to read it again?
Let's read it again. Mark, you're a famous bounty hunting lawman by the name of Chrissy Colt. If they didn't know your name before, well, they sure as hell do now. Why? You just sacked the dirtiest, no good son of a bitch outlaw in this here county. You cashed in the bounty and decided to enjoy yourself by spending the night wetting your whistle and letting your trousers hang low. You wake up the next morning feeling awful, and to make matters worse, you've got a hell of an itch on your pecker. You now have numerous STDs, and you don't have long before it spreads and kills you. How do you proceed, partner?
I'm sorry. I just want to say one more thing. Never 2 without 3. Please read it a third time. I would love it if you read it.
You know what? You know what? Just for Mark's sake, I'll give him just the important detail.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, you wake up the next morning feeling awful, and to make matters worse, you have a hell of an itch on your pecker. You now have numerous STDs. You don't have long before it spreads and kills you. How do you proceed, partner? From all of your wetting your whistle.
Man, I go out with a bang. I decide I gather a posse. I decide I'm going to go for one last big hurrah. We're going to rob the train. So I gather all the best people, and they all got STDs. Every single one of them. And I'm the leader because I got the most, but every single one has got them. And we're all the STD gang. And so we get on the train, and we're like, yeah, we got STDs. And like, no. And so we take all their money and we spend it, and we give all our STDs to everybody else in the town, in the county, and we get our revenge on everybody on the train. That's my story.
Wow, that was a horrifying ending to that tale. Well, we have now reached 3 rounds from start to finish. Week 4 of Nerd versus Noob. Let's check in. Anthony, how you feeling about all of your answers this evening?
You know, I went for something. I doubled down. I tripled down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready. I'm just ready for the rating. Ready for the final judgment.
Got it. And Mark, how do you feel coming into the final judgment?
Bad. I have to say, I'm feeling pretty shit, and I'm not very happy with these scenarios that the game master is writing for me.
Why?
Well, because the last one was the shittiest one of all the shit ones I get. I get shit ones every week.
Mark, they're random.
I just wish you would read the last one again. I really wish you would.
Mark, you're a famous bounty hunting lawman by the name of Chrissy Colt. If they didn't know your name by now, well, they sure as hell do. Why? Because you just sacked the dirtiest, no good son of a bitch outlaw in this here county. You cashed in the bounty and decided to enjoy yourself by spending the night wetting your whistle and letting your trousers hang low. You wake up the next morning feeling awful, and to make matters worse, you got a hell of an itch on your pecker. You now have numerous STDs. You don't have long before it spreads and kills you. So how do you proceed, partner?
Thank you.
I'm going to tell you how you both proceed now that I've read that 4 times. Anthony, you came in young, spry, and excited. You had nothing but confidence in your answers. In the past 4 weeks, you've given the shortest possible answers. I would say your cumulative answer time peaked at 1 minute over the course of 3 answers. Mark, you gave very descriptive answers, but what I'm going to have to do is, unfortunately, tonight, once again, the final judgment goes to Anthony Assaf for a variety of reasons. Mark, not only were your answers unfortunately boring tonight, I feel like you're not attacking it with confidence. You mentioned it yourself. You're trying to impress me. I couldn't get that out of my head. And in addition to this, you've called into question the questions and the scenarios that you're getting. Everyone's been getting difficult scenarios, and right now I feel like you're making up excuses. And to make matters worse, Anthony is now rubbing salt in the wounds by showing an image of you from a Disney film that you were a part of where you played a crying mime. Mark?
Look, if this is the way I'm going to be treated, I'm not going to come back and do this segment anymore. That's what I'm going to say. Like, that's it, okay? Anthony, you were done. Yeah, that's it. Fuck you guys.
What did you have to say? If you have anything to say, Mark, say it.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Congratulations to you as well.
Look, all I have to say is congratulations, Anthony. Mark,
thank you very much.
Look, man, I've been telling people for years you are the nerdiest person I know. And frankly, bro, you're letting me down. You are letting me down. All you did tonight was give long-winded answers talking about how you were invading asses. And then you insulted the game master. And now I'm going to get grief for that. So, Mark, have a good night in your room. Anthony, congratulations. We're going to be sending a gift card to HMV your way in your email inbox by tomorrow morning.
Thank you. I have just one suggestion. How about changing the name of the game to Loser versus Noob?
And that might happen next week. Loser versus Noob.